morning, right? We are very dry here.
Rain every day.
Oh, I like rain.
A little bit.
We are going to learn rain. Actually, at our hometown in China, we got lots of rain, and we got a special term for the weather right now. We call like a plum rain season, which means like a cold water and warm water conflict, you know, and become rain this season, like 20 days, 10 days of especially, yeah, very humidity and very warm. And so when I was there, I didn't like this weather, and I came to this country, especially Southern California. Now it's no rain, like for 7, 8, 10 months. Only winter we got a little bit of rain, and I felt too dry here, and not good for the plants as well, like desert. But I in my hometown, Nanking is over down the Yangtze River. We got lots of rain, and we call it the plum rain this season, because this season is the fruits of the plum in the plum tree, right? Plum got the fruits got ripe, so people call this plum raisin season. It's like the later June, early July. Too much rain there. Amelie, yeah, I read your writing on our online homework. You said never think of any people can tell you how to write on the walking style of calligraphy and the running style of calligraphy. Yeah, I really want to share is, not until like 15 years ago, because I practiced the calligraphy, as I said, as my early age, 7-year-old, and my elementary school, like first year. But I was told, of course, like the walking style and the running style, of course, is after years of standard style, just practicing. In Chinese, I bet in Japanese, same way. Like to practice the calligraphy is not just for something achievements you reached. It's for the like whole process thing. You never get good enough, things like that. Right. So I never think I'm good enough. I'm ready to do the walking style and the cursive style until, like I said, about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I met and talked to the calligrapher master, and we talked to each other. I shared something because since I came to this country, my job is to teach in college for the language, Chinese language, and also the calligraphy. For our students, they have some interests, so the Chinese study offered this class to the students. So we shared. I'm shared with the calligrapher and the master, and he said, and we discussed. There are two different ability actually, not just for like advanced things for people to do after standard writing good enough. There is kind of different ability and different you can find yourself. The cursive style compared with the standard is more like painting towards, thinking about the whole composition thing. And but compare with the talking about the painting, cursive style, compare with the painting, it's more calligraphy and more things more line quality, lines work, and for the whole composition, and for more like a rhythm thing you can tell, and for more like a breathing thing, meditative thing. So it's different ability. I mean, cursive and the walking style. So I don't know. I don't know how to respond your I mean Emily's questions. That never think people can tell me tell her to do the cursive style. I say, oh, me too. It's my life even like 15 years ago. We just start to think of these kind of things, not just the further step of that. It's kind of, you can do parallel things, different ability you can find yourself and train yourself for practice, for fun. Yeah. Okay, today's work. Yeah, you can just maybe ask a question. Do not have to. I mean the. Do not have to mute the your speaker. Okay, today's work. As Emily asked the rain, we don't have rain, so I didn't think of a rain. And I know lots of lots of people on places East Coast Pennsylvania. Robert just said lots of rain, some rain. So we are learning rain. Rain is very interesting word though. See, this is standard. I'll now hand out. There are some dots. I mean, 4 dots there. Indicated is it kind of an upper and lower thing is like the raindrop from the from the sky probably. So let's do that. Okay, change to my desk. Brush water and the ink and to my desk. Of course, from top, the horizontal one first, and we said if not straight, can do a little bit, a little bit up from left to right, a little bit rise, and left vertical. When two vertical things parallel, try to a little bit like talk each other, a little bit holding thing, especially the right one. Okay, here you need to, for the junction thing, you need to pause enough and then change direction. When you get ready, see how slow I did. Do the vertical down. This vertical is heavier than the left one, always the right one. And make this hook. Pause enough and back a little bit and stretch it out, gradually lift. And then the middle one, the center one, I mean the vertical one, this do not do too short, see the level, and do not do the too weak, because it's the center thing. Even the right vertical seems dominated whole thing, but the center one not too weak. And then 4 dots. Those two a little bit like talk to each other, this direction. And those two try to talk each other. Okay, you can keep this distance closer, look at the sample. Sample did better. So my one a little bit too spacey here. You know, sometimes we say to keep it balanced and kind of hard to specific say some standard for the how to keep it balanced. You know, sometimes just you judge it as the like the painting, the whole things. Pause enough. Do not directly draw. These four dots not beautiful. They are different. Try to make it a little bit different, but the connection should be like the whole thing in the whole character. See, this is too good, not very balanced. Do it again. Need to keep your eye to look at the whole thing. You know, see, not, yeah. Okay. And for this, see my brush smeared this ink because after dipping in water, I didn't get rid of the extra water, and I directly go to the ink. And my ink is the leftover ink from yesterday, actually 2 days ago. So didn't, blend it well. And actually, I think I need to put a little bit like a glue powder, otherwise, because the glue was destroyed like for 2 days, cannot just directly dilute it. Anyway, I want to say for the I saw homework for this hook after in the standard style after vertical and connected with the continue with the hook, you need to pause enough. This is a very hard one, and try to make a little bit see here, I bet you can see here a little bit of triangle thing shows pause enough. What's triangle? See this one, two, three. See this kind of thing shows. I will do the bigger one only for this part for the hook after vertical. So if the vertical like that, pause enough. Okay, from other stroke and start with my vertical. Okay, about enough. And I turn my brush a little bit. Remember the triangle thing. Turn a little bit, lift a little bit, and towards this side stretch out. But I back a little bit, and then gradually lift. So try to make this kind of the triangle shape thing for the hook. back a little bit and then press and gradually lift, you know, to make the kind of the triangle thing. Not very beautiful, this one. This is very hard. Yeah, okay, that's the ring for the standard style. And let's look at the handout for the walking style. Still kind of keep the shape, but less pressing and make the whole chi, whole energy, like more wholeness, you know, and but still have the rhythm. See some thicker places and some kind of the lift paper, but chi connected. Just the four dots, you know, become connects like the two strokes, like these four dots become like the very fast, and then become from this side, it's one stroke, you know, the two dots become this side, and the right hand side become okay, other part just go a little bit smoother than the standard style, but still the same thing work on the strokes and the faster kind of let the chi movements. So after the standard, we go the walking style, vertical, horizontal, and continue with horizontal. Those are the same and the same, and two dots. Put them together. Okay, some people just like the walking style because walking style give you more freedom to release your energy and that the practice looks very fluent, but still can tell the same thing from the standard style. Let's look at the cursive style. So those are just the dots together. Hey, this is the, see, this is the, we call the cursive style. So still frame about the same, but more connected, right? But the center thing after the vertical just become kind of the circle thing, triangle, the circle, indicated everything, not four dots, not like two dots become one stroke, just something circled and indicated there is something in the center. Okay, so see the walking is styled, sorry, didn't change my thing. Standard do your four dots, right? Four dots. And walking do four dots become like the two strokes indicated like two dots together, But these things, the cursive things is really more simplified. One stroke, clear, and those connected together and then back to the center, and just something in center just circled, but make things in a more beautiful, more balanced, some, based on the stroke, and some you think is beautiful, and the whole thing balanced. So these things just indicated something in center. And talking about the whole thing balanced, basically, I think I say that I didn't say that yet, because in Chinese, the calligraphy, we do not have like in English, like the italic things all like this way, slanted things to do. We do not have that, but it doesn't mean everything need to be like the leveled this way and straight this way, every stroke. No, but some things you need to do like a center looking. For example, the stone we learned last class. It need to be like a center looking thing, like a balanced, right? Balanced, like this stone, this mouth thing. If it's too lean to one side, not balanced. But if it's too, too big, looks up and down, not balanced. Something, whole thing balanced. Talking about same thing for this ring. Doesn't have to be like this specific straight. No, we want something a little bit, whole thing. Think of the. Okay, now you can write like the, depend on which one you like. Lots of people for the ring, they like the walking style, because still can tell and easy to remember, and just put those two dots together. And these techniques we used in lots of places, like two dots together, the stroke. Down this way, press and lift, press and lift. This is two strokes. One stroke indicated two dots. So now you can do like the mountain ring. You can do like this is mountain, right? This is mountain, and this is rain. Okay, so mountain ring, or you can do, this is bamboo thing, remember it? I saw Kathy Barber is doing the bamboo on the greeting cards already. So like bamboo in the rain, lots of people do that. 雨竹, like the rain, rain and the bamboo with rain. In the rain, there is bamboo beautifully, some raindrop or some wind, and you can do other word. This is the ring, right? And other word, still remember the character. The wind, you remember that? Wind. You can do wind and rain. 风雨, wind and rain. This is one word in Chinese, like in tradition, I think it's indicated the bad weather, because big wind and the big rain, too much rain, always rain. And also we call this word like the differences in your difficulties in your life. You know, there's a phrase, yeah, there is a phrase says, if you do, you need to overcome it. If you do not meet wind and the rain, how do you see the rainbow? The rainbow always after rain and the wind. Oh yeah, okay. So do not afraid of. You have to meet of this, and then you become stronger like that. So the rainbow. Anyway, let you tell you this is the word, you know, for the events, for the meaning of difficulties in your life or you meet. Okay, another word we are going to learn today is the wood. Actually, the tree itself, the word for the tree is kind of hard. We are going to learn later. So this word looks like what? Did we learn this word? Looks like water a little bit, right? Isn't it? Yes, looks like water, but actually it's different. That's why we say this is the big horizontal stroke, and the water is two-sided things, left side and the right-hand side. So two streams and the center stream become water, and this is one word for the one character for the tree. So that's why when we write water, we ask for like the not at the same point for the center thing. Okay, for this is the word for wood. Actually, for wood, a piece of wood normally, like the firewood, a piece of wood. So horizontal first, of course. Look at this horizontal one by itself, a little bit of rise. Yeah. And then the vertical. Pause enough. Can do very good. So like a center thing, like a tree trunk, and some leveled branch, and some, you know, like a pine tree or some things left and the right, you know, some longer branch. Think of it's like it's tree like thing. So it's a piece of wood. Wood comes from the tree. You can do this because by itself you can do this horizontal one longer. Pause enough and then stretch it out. Look at this triangle thing here. That's the hook after the vertical. And when slant to the left and the right press together, always the right one dominate. The water, still remember it, water is the vertical first. and then left, right. I don't have space anyway. So we do not, say we do not put them, I mean, connected, and one side touch, other side do not touch. So it's separated. Looks like the wood, but it's actually the water is from like a center stream and the left stream, the right stream from this kind of things, and the squarish from I mean, become these things. So it's different from the wood character. So this is the standard. And let's see the walking style. Oh, actually, I didn't put the single one for the walking style. I want to show you other characters for the Lin, like the forest. Like put two trees together. Very easy to understand, right? Put two trees together is the forest, but this is the other forest, say, like in your garden, in your backyard, or even the park, like that trees, we call the lin, this kind of little forest. And the other one we will see later, is the big forest, even more trees there. Okay, so this like two wood together, like two trees together become forest. Okay, when two together do not do the same size, why? Right? So the left one normally as we call radical, wood radical. You can see the press, the right stroke of the press become shorter. A little bit hook thing shows the connection. Yeah. See, this stroke become like a dot, not seriously pressed, you know. And those two kind of overlapped, so not the same level. I mean, the two wood thing, two horizontal thing. See, not the even same height for the vertical one. And those kind of overlapped. Okay, standard. And when you do the walking, as I said, the left one as radical. See, at the back, the standard, see this stroke become smaller than the wood, like this side, right? Because two of them put together, this as radical need to be, you know, not the same size, and this become a little bit weak, not weak like a dot, but shorter, the smaller size. And see the stroke of this horizontal one, this side become much shorter. So when walking style, those two strokes become one, but come from this side, press and gradually lift, connect with this horizontal one, okay? Even doesn't show this stroke. Okay, put those strokes together. Like do that, and vertical, and look at me, come here. Press and lift, kind of almost overlapped, and then become this one, and other almost the same, but fast. So become walking style, normally like a two strokes become very connected and even shows just one stroke. like two trees together, right? Okay, and that's just the same time. Let's see the other, we see big forest, like really like a national park, forest, a national park, that many trees, we call sen. The other word is three put together. It's three, a lot. Yes, indicated a lot, because we all know the 道德经, the 道德经, the Taoist, the says like the Tao produce or give life, whatever you say, born, we call sheng, we learned like the born character. Okay, so Tao give life to one, and one become two, two become three, and after three, you do not have to four or five, after three is all over the world. So three put together is really, really the forest one. So when three together, of course, look at this is walking style of the forest. See, the one on top and those left one and the right one together, and shows connection of the bottom, the one little forest we just learned together, and the left one of the bottom, see those two together from here, and shows the connection and become the last word. So the last one is very detailed, and the very last stroke shows clear and kind of the heavier to balance the whole thing of the character. And of course, we know where is the stroke. So for the connection part, if we want to make the rhythm, the connection part is not totally void, shows connection, but where to put your power, where to pause, not at the connection part. We know where is the connection part. So change it to my desk. So one on top, and two of them on bottom. That's forest. My one, I will say the top and the bottom, I put them two separated, not supposed to do that big, gap in between. Even those stroke, I did pretty good to shows the chi power connection, but for the whole frame, the best arrangement is to put them closer, the top one is two like that one, the three together, try to do a little bit different for each one. The top one, I still do this dot on the right hand side, and the left one of the bottom one, I try to do the one stroke indicated two of them, two stroke, and this has very clear for the last stroke. So this is the big forest. Actually, we have the word, if like on the mountain or big area of the forest, we do both. We call 森林. Let's see what I'm doing. We do this. And this is one word called forest. So totally 5 together, but 2 characters. Understand it? That's one word, one word. That's called forest. That's really forest. The real word we use. 2 characters. Totally, when you count, it's 5 wood, 5 trees together. Okay, and the other word, actually, we just learned for the rain, right? We can do rain, forest, rainforest. Okay, when like East Coast, Emily asked for, can we learn rain? I said, wow, rain, good word. And so this season, if you go to the rainforest, thinking of a rainforest, should be very nice, very nice, chill there. I wish I can be there. So it's a good word. I put this forest there together with this ring to that's learn together. And I don't know, some people want to do some rainforest landscape. When you do that, you can put this together. That's what we do, the rainforest. So like 2 trees and the ring. So I think easy to remember. And this is the real word. And say rain with some drops, raindrops, water drops. And the tree, when put together, do not do very stiff. The same thing, when 2 trees together, probably see, omit some things and do some things more detail can see. Okay, let's see the cursive style of the this forest thing. Look at the sample. Okay, so like 2 words together. If really together, far to see even the character. So we just do like the very like only two tree trunk, and not the changed. Sorry to my scene. Yeah, 2 tree trunks, like a vertical one, and not the same length. Okay, not the same length, but kind of holding together. See, next together, and then just very simple to do as one, like a horizontal one, and something here, something here. Really put 2 trees together, like originally is like that, right? And then 2 trees, and put the 2 horizontal one as one, because it's one character. And put some things just left, just 1 stroke for the left, and just 1 stroke for the right. So really together, but at first, and different order for them. But it's come from these things. So really let 2 become 1, like when you draw, when you learn the painting, like 2 persons sit together, how do you do them? That's 2 trees together, how do you do them? But remember, the 2 trunk things, try to make them, like 2 things next to each other, help each other, to make the one thing. Like see, not the perfect, not perfect stroke, perfect straight, but like a little bit holding together. One a little bit shorter, one a little bit longer, and horizontal one, left side one, right side one. Something like that. That's a cursive one. So one horizontal one become 1 stroke, and all the center one, 2 become 1. And this one become 1. So 2 tree trunks, and then yeah, but still try to remember sometimes the direction, because some people do the like after 2 tree trunks and do exactly like 2 horizontal one. If this one cannot do up, you know, because it's come from these things. So a little bit try to, you know, 2 strokes. If you do like a very connected, like a 1 stroke, but do some kind of this direction indicate, instead of this direction, cannot do up. So make your rainforest if the cursive style. Rainforest. Too dry, huh? Rainforest is supposed to be more watery. So need to get more ink. Or go slower. So the rainforest. And also you do the 3 wood one for the forest. Same principles to do that. And the bottom one, like the same characters you do. Yeah, understand where the stroke from. So you want to do, when you do faster, to simplify the stroke as cursive. You do where to pause, and when the rhythm comes. So on top, and like 2 trees like that. That the 3 wood one make the big forest. Sorry, I show you. Let's look at the. See, that's the one. That's the one for the big forest. So do not make the bottom one too wide, huh?
Charlene.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Didn't change
In
it.
our handouts, we didn't have all of the cursive ones.
I didn't give you the single tree for the cursive one. I think I gave the cursive one for the 2 words and for the 3 words, did I?
No, I don't have one for the 3.
Oh.
I have one for the small forest in cursive. And I have small forest and walking style, and then I have all 3.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't check that. Okay, so now look at my writing, and look at here, and I will add this to post this on the online homework and for your homework.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yeah, sorry for that. I didn't check what's wrong with the email. Okay, sorry for that. That's the big forest. 3
Yeah,
wood.
Victoria.
Yes.
The only one we have for 3 is the standard style.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't have 3 for any of for cursive or walking.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I will put that. I will resend that. And put that in the classroom. Actually, I will resend it email for you. You can have the whole thing.
Would you do this one, the cursive style, once more? Demonstrate that, please.
Yes.
For the 3.
Yes, for the 3. So 1, on the top, try to make 3 of them are different. So the bottom one together, right? The top one is still the single. So I make the single one like dots here and connected with the bottom one. Bottom one, the cursive one, okay, 2 tree trunks, not the same length, and then a big horizontal one, and those things indicated all things left hand side and all things right hand side as one stroke. Sometimes the people put those 2 looks together like the whole connected horizontal one. That's why I just said looks like horizontal one. Look at the sample. Let's look again. Yeah, look at just the one stroke at the horizontal one, the bottom. But remember a little bit like the 2, a little bit like I do over, okay, a little bit like this shape, but instead of, you cannot do this shape, okay? Actually, it indicated this. So put them together, even like a one, okay, sorry. Can even connect together, you do the horizontal stroke a little bit like that. I mean, a little bit like that instead of this, because indicated one like that. So if you do really together like that, you know, looks like the whole horizontal one stroke actually is indicated together. Or some people do it really connect. Okay, any question?
I have a question about the one you just did. In the handout, it looks like, I don't know how to say this. It looks like the top tree is very connects right into the bottom 2 trees.
Okay. That's the things I said. When I write, I try to speak it, demo it very clear, and when I go and I stopped, I tried to this for the speed, try to do slower, the clear, and I stopped and I lift my brush off the paper, and I in case of smeared. So as I said, some stroke are just for the connection. So you do not have to really very solid to mimic it. So depend on every time when you write is different. When you lift more, it can be off. Can be totally off. And even at the sample, look at the sample. It shows a little bit flying white, right? Not a very solid stroke. So as I said, some principles, some rolls are iron rolled and some are plastic, very, depends on every time, so this is the connection. You can do more, like that.
Okay.
Or, yeah. You can do that, but not the series every time the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, ask your I like your question to let me get chance to explain this. This is very important. Talking about the rhythm. Where is supposed to flying white shows, and why it's beautiful? Because it shows the differences of the solid and the voiding, and it shows your chi goes, some rhythm, where the rhythm come from, you know, some speed up and some places you pause, where to pause. Yeah, good question, very good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the connection part, it doesn't has to be every time the same. And if not connect is wrong, it doesn't mean that. Too long, too long. Ah,
Victoria, I have another question.
yes, Susan.
Yeah. I looked for the word wind,
Yes.
and when you see the traditional style of wind, you have rain plus, no, sorry, cloud. I think it's cloud. You have the symbol of rain,
Yes,
and then
yes.
you have the symbol underneath, like
Yes,
it's
yes,
round.
yes. Ah, you are too faster, Susan. Good eye, because yeah, because I think you smart and you learn this very experienced. That's why I said actually for the ring as a top everywhere. Actually, this ring. Do you think this ring is hard? It's hard to write. Even the stroke is not very hard, but you see my desk?
Yes.
Okay, not sure if I changed the screen. I did. Okay, as a stroke, as a vertical on top, which means some things like the ring connected. I mean, yeah, thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that more smaller size, actually kind of the flat as a top. We do a grass top, right? For the plants, for the flower, things like that, right? Top, very flat. This is become flat. The ring we learned today. And then put the things we learned for the clouds. On the bottom. On the bottom. This is the, for the whole thing together, is the traditional, I mean, the traditional form for the clouds. And see, it's ugly I did. The kind of the squarish things is very hard to write it, balanced and beautiful. So I save that for later to do. And lots of people, even from ancient time, classically, they do the things, only choose this part simplified as for writing for the clouds. And some put them together. And some just choose this part. So I choose this first for clouds, and I save that for later. And just after that, Emily asked for the single word for the ring. So this class become, we are learning ring. And Susan find out the traditional clouds with this ring top as radical on top. This is the traditional. Actually, the traditional characters for the clouds is not very easy to write a standard style to make it, I mean, very beautiful, perfect stroke and beautiful. Very hard, you know, look at not still, but the balance. I don't like a lot of very squarish thing, lots of vertical, lots of horizontal. Yeah, it's very challenging though, hard to write. Emily can do that better, I think. And for the walking and for the cursive style, you can do very different, you know, do the ring. So this is the rain. For the top one, we just learned for the rain, simply do like the dot, the vertical thing, and then, this thing become just one stroke of to that. Even without that, just a pause, to that. Okay, so after horizontal one, you do this, and the central vertical one a little bit to that. And the clouds. So this is the traditional for the clouds. Actually, the traditional clouds is beautiful, but the standard one is hard to write. Okay, since I didn't give you the forest one, so when I send the character again this time, I will add this traditional clouds for 3 styles, okay? And with this ring top as radical, and the bottom one, the clouds we learned already.
Victoria,
Yes.
when you send us the cursive, would you please send us the ones that have the rain cloud in the
On top.
Would you
Yes,
do
that's what I just said. I should have do that.
Thank
Good,
you.
good. I like the students, find things and push me. Yeah, good student. Love you guys. See, doesn't have to be the each strokes horizontal straight, vertical straight, 90-degree straight, perpendicular, but you still need to think the whole thing, a little balanced, like 2 parts, kind of the center straight up for the whole thing, not too, screwed, like off places, not too like that, and not whole thing like the italic, like this, but a little bit. See here, nothing perfect 90-degree, but think of the whole thing balanced, and think of the rain, This really beautiful word. Beautiful characters. Remember the clouds, 1, 2, the, and put them together. Normally like the 2 together and So underneath, Susan, what you laugh at? Yeah, I try to, let you see how do I write analysis and how to put your energy on that. I think it's more important to let you know how it's come from and where to, to understand how the strokes come from and the among them, the logic. Yeah, because I like the word Emily once asked me, so I do not see any logic in between among them, that's very good. See, it's different from the painting and different from the other writing. There is a little very, simple, you can use your brain, think of the logic thing. Okay, any other questions? I like your question.
So I have one more question. I don't know if we can answer it in this moment, but like when I posted mine, I was saying I still haven't developed the flow or the, the fluidity of the movement when you do this. And does that just come with time? I know some of the people that post have beautiful fluidity, but I still struggle with that quite a bit.
I think for the talking about the fluency, and actually I like this time, Kathy, your the writing of the clouds very much, and I do not know why you write this clouds is very fluent and smooth, and that whole thing balanced very well, and each of them, they are different, but each of them, they have their own beauty. And I remember at the very end of the last class, you said you understand this colors like the Tai Chi, like a cloud. We say what we call the cloud hands. Cloud hands. Okay, cloud hands in cloud hands in like a whole thing, like a one push, one pull. You know, but the whole thing together like two hands. So for the fluency, one thing is the thing, more you understand the character, more you understand, more familiar with the order of that, with the whole thing that familiar with that, you feel more fluent with it. You can do it fluency, right? You understand the fluency. And then the other thing is, as you do other thing, you need to think of the whole thing. The whole thing, yeah. Like very, especially in the cursive style and the walking style. You know, when you do the one character, you need to know the next where the next stroke goes, right? Yeah. Or even the whole thing is the frame, like what? You need to look at that and understand it, and kind of imagine, you know, in your mind, yeah, do that first, and then, you know, to your head. It shows. That's why I say I don't know why your clouds shows, you know, different from other characters, and so why I said, I didn't remember at the end you said you really, you know, understand that and think of some things like that. So to understand and look at that, read the things like that, and you know, oh, and try to use your mind image, mind image, and imagine how the movement goes.
Right.
The whole movements.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you next time. I will remember. Yeah, my fault. I'm sorry. The lacking of the handouts, and I will put the traditional characters with the two word, the ring and the simplify of the clouds we learned together to make the beautiful, traditionally hard one for the clouds.
Not hard.
Okay, and some words you can put them together, like clouds and the mountain, clouds and bamboo and the mountain flower, or even the mountain moon. You know, some things you can try play with that. I like the Kathy did the bamboo one for the greeting cards and put a little like the bamboo characters there. It's beautiful, and you know, for the painting, you like sometimes you like to match with a little bit, you know, the black, absolute black things there. Try to put the characters there, or your name size, and also you all have the name chop. Some things a little bit red, like a whole like a sumi things, or just the ink work, very dark, or even for the calligraphy. And then later put a little bit, you know, like like the dessert for the name chop, red. Put there and balance the whole thing, so you wouldn't think it's totally dark, totally just black, you know, a little bit of desert, a big banquet. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the coming to the class. And the last one, I mean, next class is the last one. And actually, Henry, I think put the next section already. And anytime you can sign up. But we still have the next one for last one for this section. See you next week.
Okay.
Will you
Bye.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Victoria.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you next class.
Victoria.
Yeah. Susan, your question.
yes,
I
will
cannot find my lesson 4. Could you send me or post lesson 4 somewhere that I can, that was the one with the happy birthday.
Okay.
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 I think that was
Together with happy birthday. Okay, that class. Okay. Charlene. Okay, thank you. And Susan, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, your question. Yeah.
I wanted to know if you're going to continue teaching this class?
Yes.
Will you continue?
Yes.
Yes? Good. All right.
Yes.
Good.
As I said, yes. Yeah. As I said, I will be here like for the at least 1 year, or even think of the 2 years, because I'm going to do some things. My goal even to share some like the phrase or some more words, because we just started some words, like the mountain flower and the ring bamboo, like that, or mountain stone or rock. I try to do some, the phrase or the poem. Yeah, as I said, I think last time, 2 times ago, I said, I will be here no matter how many students, and I'm interested to see who is going to be the last one. anyway, it will continue after next week. Anyway,
Okay, good.
Great.
Good.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you very much.
Fire.